How is everyone doing today? Welcome back to Lucero Gaming with another Train Sim World 2 video. And today, it's the first day on the job with CSX. So let's see what trains they want us to move. So stick around and let's get into it.
So, you're the rookie that gives me the task of showing around. Well, in my view, there's no better way to learn than on the job, so you can take the engineer's seat for this run.
Okay, it looks like they want us to be the engineer for today. So, looks like we got some locomotive to set up. That'll be fun. Always make sure handbrake is off, and it is. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Bob? Cool. Ready for today?
Before we reach the end of the yard, I'll contact the dispatcher for permission to head out to Hydman. Set the locomotive up and we'll get going when you're ready.
Alright, so I'm not going to bore you guys with this setup. Alright, so real quick, I don't know if you can hear that air leaking. Okay, it's coming from the independent right here. And I think the reason why it's doing that is because this locomotive back there is not cut in properly. So let me show you a little trick real quick so it doesn't, you don't have to deal with that leaking air noise. Alright, so you can see that I just turned it off to trail 24. It was on trail 6 or 26. Let's click it over to trail 24 and it should stop, but now you don't hear nothing. Alright, it's got our headlights to go. And I want us to do the horn already.
This is X551 requesting a track warrant from Cumberland Terminal to Hydman. Over.
X551, subject to signal indications. Proceed from Cumberland Terminal as far as Cumberland Station. Wait there for eastbound Q116 to pass. Then proceed to Hydman. Over.
X551, subject to signal indications, proceeding from Cumberland Terminal to Cumberland Station. Await passage of eastbound Q116, then proceed to Hydman. Out.
Alright. Looks like we are good to go. It looks like for some other reason we needed a track warrant, but we'll just do signal indications. So today we're going to be running the SD40-2 and the CSX2431. And so since we are in the yard, we'll make sure that none of these switches are lined against us, and we're good right there. So if you do need help with cutting in locomotives, the SD40, the Jeeps, or the AC4400s, I will leave them in the description down below, because I did a walkthrough on how to start them, how to turn them off, cut in, cut out, everything, and even including like the switches lined against us, and even including how to deal with the computer on the AC4400. I know that computer can be a little hard to know how to use it, but I got you covered. Let's go check it out down there, and it should be able to help you out. Don't worry, Bob, I got that switch for you, buddy. You brought food, right? Okay. Better have. You get hungry out here. So it wants us to stop at Cumberland Station because we have a train coming in. An inbound train. So real quick on what the job we're doing today. Like I said, it's my first day on the job. I am a rookie. And so the yardmaster briefed me with basically we got to run up to Hydman and hook up to some cars that were set out in a siding or something like that, or spur track. I really don't know. I guess they had some issues with the braking or something on a road train. So we got to go hook up to that. I don't know if we're going to bring him back in or not. So this should be pretty fun running. We're light power, so we should get there pretty quick. Once we hit main line, in our signal territory, we are still in the yard limits. So we're going to always have to go restricted speed. I think I read up online somewhere that CSX's restricted speed definition is 15 miles an hour or less. So normally you can do 20, but I guess with CSX they want you to do 15 only. Oh, looks like there's that inbound train right there. They're using the big boy locomotives. Must be a road train or something. On the railroad, we used to call these road jacks because they always used them for big long trains and for road units, road power. And yep, sure enough, it's a stack train. I'm so glad that they have trains like that in this game. It's pretty cool how they have that. Gotta move that freight. Alright, so there's the end of the train. The one thing that I wish that they can do on this game is put, I guess maybe I haven't really paid attention, but signs, so station signs. So these are, along the side of the track. And that kind of gives train crew the general area of what they're in, okay? And maybe they can also tell us a little bit about what subdivision we're on, and like what track number is this? I'm assuming that those tracks over there are main 1, main 2, and stuff like that. Alright, yeah, I'm just checking because I lost my HUD on the left-hand top corner, and I don't want to, because last time I was told that we were supposed to stop by dispatch, so I don't want to run this. Too much brakes. So yeah, I wish that they put like a station sign or something like that, so you can see. It's a little bit more. I think we should stop right there.
This is X551. We're ready to head to Hydman. Over.
X551. Subject to signal indications. Proceed to Hydman. Over.
X551. Subject to signal indications. Proceeding to Hydman. Out.
Alright, looks like they give us the okay to start taking off towards Hydman. Yeah, a broken rail. Jeez, I seen that and then kept that in mind. It's a piece of rail and a tie sitting right there. So technically, like I said, we're still in yard limits, and okay, these switches right here are non-signal. normally you would get signals to get onto the main, or crossover switches. These are what these are right here. Looks like we got us a crossing. Open up the windows. It's gonna look like a nice day out there. It's gonna suck to have to work in the blizzard conditions or snow. So a little bit about me is I used to be an ex-conductor, ex-freight conductor. I worked on the railroad about 4 to 5 years ish, sometime about there. And like I said, did mostly freight. I did a little bit of passenger service, but it was always mostly freight. And I do miss that. I do miss the job. It was fun, but it was challenging at times too. It was. So real quick, looks like we got a signal right there, and so that signal means stop, and this signal means red over lunar. So we just asked dispatch. Yeah, we're okay to proceed. I need to figure out what that means, red over lunar. So, yeah, I worked on the railroad for about 4 to 5 years. And so I've seen this game. I've been playing this game for a little bit now. For, I want to say, maybe about a year. And I was very curious to actually see, oh, speed goes up, if, how realistic is this? Because it's hard to find games that's realistic to drop like this. Oh, I didn't think that car was gonna stop. Oh, that scared me. I did not think that car was gonna stop. But I'm very impressed on how realistic this game really is. Hey man, hit that like button if those are a good horn blast through those crossings. I'm just joking. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you do, thank you in advance. And also, every time you hit the thumbs up button, it helps my channel out, and it tells YouTube that videos like this should be posted onto the platform. So it kind of helps get these videos out there. And if you have not, consider subscribing to the channel. I will be posting more Train Sim videos, and I'll be going back between Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 2020.
This is the Cumberland Narrows. It's crazy that just the Wills Creek carved out. Lucky for us it did, though. Otherwise, it would have added another 10 miles to the line if we had to go around these hills via Crescent Town. Plenty of floods come through here in the fall. Strong enough to wash away road and rail. Although, things have improved over the years, right? Now the creek runs in a concrete box, but it still breaks free now and again.
I bet you during probably winter time it gets some snow up here. Alright, so I'm gonna see if the independent works. Okay, it does not. So, you're just gonna want to use your throttle if you don't want to push this button. So I'm playing on the Xbox One, and so you can click the B button once, or you can push this button or move the throttle, and it should kick off the alerter. What is this, a Jeep? Or you got your SDs, let's see. I can't tell. Kind of look like an SD40. Unit train looks like. I dealt with a few unit trains in my life. So the unit trains, my understanding, is a bunch of cars with the same commodity on them. And so the unit trains that I used to get in when I worked for the railroad was frac sand and cotton seeds. That's funny. This one little box car right there. I like 50 miles an hour. Cool. We can pick up the speed. Oh, sorry. All right. I'm trying to always remember just throttle up slowly. You know, take a notch one by one slowly. Like I said, your traction motor will freak out.
Up ahead, we'll pass through the town of Ellerslie. Not much of note, but this run up from the Narrows to Hydman is our last chance to be sure about the train brakes before beginning the climb to Sandpatch Summit. Coming down can be just as treacherous. After the twists of Glencoe and Fairhope, you'll be glad to see straight at Hydman. Don't get too comfy, though. Too much speed, and the curve at Corriganville will have you in the dirt in no time.
Got a green signal. I think that was a whistle board that we passed. That was a crossing right there. Still 50? Still 50. And so the top number on your speed limit signs is for passenger, and the bottom one number is for freight. Then we got a crossing up there, but I can't handle that bell. That bell gets annoying pretty quick. Yeah, it's just right up there. You always want to blow a crossing about 15 seconds before you hit it. 15 to 20 seconds. And you always want to do two long blasts, one short blast, one long blast. Okay, I think we should be clear now. Looks like we got a little under 3 miles to Hydman. So anyways, so a quick look, you know, you got your AC units, your control cabinet there, switches and light switches and all that stuff up there. I see that green signal. And you got your automatic, your independent, got all your bells and whistles, your heater. I don't think it would click on. No, I think we gotta turn it on in there. I think we got 2 seats in here. Yeah. So you can sit back down. I got loud. So we got your conductor and your brakeman seat, wipers, and all the good stuff. And all the sun visors look like they work too. Another train. It's a third train that we've seen so far. Whistle board? Yes. So usually these whistle boards are for the highest speed limit, and you can start blowing them there. Alright, so we got you can barely see it. Yeah, we go. Yellow over green. And I don't know. I've always seen like approach and diverge, or diverge and approaching, like red over yellow or yellow over red. And that one, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to get back to you. Maybe the next video I'll kind of explain a little bit more with the signals on this for this game. Cause I wonder if the developers pulled everything out of the CSX guidelines. I'm assuming they did. Cause like I said, when we were in the yard, it was 15 miles an hour. And that means restricted speed. That's that's the highest speed you can do when you're restricted speed limits or yard limits. So I'm gonna have to check it out and see exactly what that signal means. And if anybody knows what that signal means, you can leave it down in the comments below. So it looks like less than 400 miles to Hydman. So we got here pretty quick, very surprisingly. Like I said, it sucks that I can only show you views from in the cab. But with the new camera system they have in the scenarios, that's all I can do.
This is X551 approaching Hydman. Requesting permission to stop and run back into the siding at Hydman. Over.
X551, subject to signal indications. Stop and run back into the siding. Over.
X551, subject to signal indications, proceeding with stop and run back. Out. We're passing through Hydman. The siding should appear on the right-hand side shortly. It runs until just outside town. Stop beyond the switch and we'll run back into it and connect to the stopped cars.
And like we got a 1% grade. So sit just on the right hand side, and we did ask dispatch for verification of making a backup movement, which is accurate. That is accurate. You can't just willy-nilly go back and forth wherever you please. You have to have the okay from dispatch or on your track warrant to give you the ability to do movements like that. And it looks like those cars that we just passed are probably the ones we have to hook up to. I'm trying to figure out what this speed limit sign says right here. 25, I think it says. Yeah, 25. Okay, slow it down just a bit. Alright, looks like we are coming up to the switch. Slow down just a bit. Looks like the switch right here. Just a little bit more to go. Stop right there, should be good. Okay. Let's make sure. Okay, just a couple. There we go. Okay, see. Alright, that switch is lined for us. So dispatch did that for us. Start them back. It's weird how they don't have a signal right above the switch. I'm not even putting no throttle. It's just the weight at 1.5% of grade is just pulling us down. Some about 13% are independent. Go a tad more, just do 20, and it looks like it might hold us about 10 miles an hour. It's easy, so you don't have to keep playing with it back and forth. Going down just a bit. Won't see the cars yet. So this is a spur track, and the difference between a siding and a spur. The spur is only one way in, one way out, where siding has two ends. And normally sidings are used for trains to pass by. And so this is just basic. The spur track is just to hold cars in. Like I said, these cars were set out for, I don't know why they would set them out way back here, but I guess that's whatever. But they were set out because they were having issues with the brake system. One more to go. Four more cars. 3. 1. Half. Stop. Well, that was not an easy hook. Alright, so park the locomotive. So set the reverser to neutral and automatic brake to... Okay, it looks like we are cutting everything out. So I'm going to do it the proper way. So we're going to remove that handle, turn off all the lights. We don't need to worry about any marker lights since we're in a spur track. Okay. Engine run and all these switches right there need to come down. Leave that on. Want full service. And we can turn off our ditch lights, step lights, gauge lights.
Good work. Before heading back, let's grab a bite to eat with the repair crew. That's them by the pickup truck.
See? Okay. right there. Alright, so we're gonna switch over this to isolate. Okay. Alright, Bob, let's go home, man. That was a hard train to run. No, not really. It's pretty easy. That light power actually is pretty good. Like again, I'm doing this because this is real life. This is what you do. You get everything tied up. I'm not gonna tie the cars down, just the locomotives. And two, we are on a grade, so you don't want the brakes or the locomotive to turn off and then leak and then derail. And so that's pretty much it. Just isolate both the locomotives, turn off the main one, set both handbrakes, and that's it. So let's go to the gas station and get us some food. So, well, thank you guys for watching the first day on the job at CSX. If you again like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you made it this far, definitely smash that thumbs up button. And subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, see you guys later.